Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your January 2021 monthly money and finances forecast. Cancer, I've already shuffled and laid out your spread, so let's move on to your reading. Cancer, the overall energy surrounding your money in the month of January 2021, you have don't let your don't let your past hold you back, and emotions are running high. This is what's surrounding your money and finances for the month of January, Cancer. So, what I'm seeing here with these energies surrounding your money situation, Cancer, first of all, you got some sort of situation, or there's a relationship that somehow is becoming or is suffocating or um, burdensome, but there's some toxicity going on here, okay, with this energy. There's either something or someone that needs to be released. There's some sort of unhealthy attachment or attachments. There's also a need for you to release the past. There's a relationship that is karmic in nature that you're dealing with, or a situation that's karmic in nature that you're dealing with money. Also, Cancer, you may be finding yourself obsessing, or you're going to likely become obsessed concerning this situation or someone in particular. These energies are also saying there's a need for you to be mindful that don't do things you know you shouldn't. Also, these energies are saying here, Cancer, that if you always do what you've always done, you're going to always get what you've always got. What I'm also seeing here for you, Cancer, is that this January, your feelings are going to be like larger than life. You're going to be having a lot of emotions. Now, the thing is, with your feelings being so intense, Cancer, there's an ability for you to use this energy creatively, but you're going to have to tune into it and work with it, okay, to make it work for you. But there are going to be a lot of emotions for you to deal with here. Know that success is close, but you're going to also have to trust. There's a need to have some trust with this situation, or trust in yourself more so. Also, don't ignore the obvious. Now, for some, Cancer, something exciting lies ahead. So make sure you don't blow shit out of proportion here. Expect that your emotions and feelings are going to be highly charged in the month of January concerning your money, Cancer. So, Cancer, what you have as your attitude towards your money in January is two cards that came out. They're both nines. So nines talk about there's some sort of culmination that's happening here. You're coming to the end of something, an end of a phase, an end of an activity, or just an end of some sort of predicament or end of a situation. Perhaps this is you working to get to the end of it. But you have the Nine of Cups and you have the Nine of Swords. This is your energy and attitude. So that speaks a lot about the intense emotions, experiencing happiness, satisfaction, and then also experiencing concern, worry, anxiety, doubts, overthinking, stress. Now, Cancer, for some of you, you're experiencing relationship bliss as well. But this relationship, for those of you where you're experiencing that bliss, also seems to be a point of stress and anxiety for you too, in connection with your money and your finances here. The Nine of Cups is saying focus on how to get satisfaction and be mindful of the law of attraction, because your emotions are so high and intense. This is where you can channel and focus your energy to tuning into how to work with it, okay, instead of working against it or it working against you. That Nine of Swords is saying that there's issues there with your ability to sustain in this way, or issues that come up that may interrupt or interfere with your ability to have satisfaction and wish fulfillment. And again, there's this echoing of a specific relationship at play here concerning or connected to your money situation. So you want to be mindful of the way that you're thinking and feeling, because it's going to have an impact on you and your money situation here. So you want to make sure you're thinking clearly. You want to not think the worst. You want to focus on how to address the concerns instead of allowing yourself to get carried away by the stress and anxiety that you may face. Now, at the beginning of January, Cancer, your money situation or its condition is going to be at the Seven of Cups, decadence and indulgence. So with the Seven of Cups, that's that air of wishful thinking. You may be making a lot of choices. Be careful. This looks like a mixed bag. You could be overindulging or making some poor choices here. There is an air of confusion with this card. The Seven of Cups is also saying at the beginning of the month here, be careful with who you trust, because there may be a need for you to be more aware, or no, there is a need for you to be more aware about who you are trusting as it has to do with your money situation. Now, clarifying this Seven of Cups, you do have the Two of Pentacles, and then you have this Ten of Wands. So there's a mixed bag for sure, because you're experiencing balance and change. Okay, you are experiencing where you're able to balance or make changes or adapt, but then you come into a place of experiencing oppression, burden, being overwhelmed, too many responsibilities, okay, pressing in on you. So this is what's going on in the beginning of January concerning your money situation. Three defining things, Cancer, that is going to happen, or events or influences that's going to affect your money situation. You do have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So there is issues with seeing swift action. There's either a lack of action, there's no progress with what you're doing or creating or pursuing, or with this Eight of Wands in reverse, you may not be getting the communication, or there's an issue around communication, but there's a problem with seeing movement here. Was clarifying that Eight of Pentacles and Six of Wands. So this may be something to do with you needing to work really hard, or be prudent, or pay attention to the details, or there may be something you need to learn, or you may be overworking, but there is something you either need to recognize, or you may be trying to just have victory with your actions, and you may be experiencing difficulties with seeing movement. Also, there's an issue around swift decisions that are being made. So be careful that you're not being too hasty, or be careful that you're not acting quick enough about your money situation, because clarifying that Eight of Wands in reverse, Cancer, you do have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and you do have the Three of Wands here. So you have two threes here, which speaks to external factors, other parties, other people, having some influence on your money situation. With this Three of Pentacles in reverse, something isn't working, or there's a problem with work, or whatever you're working on, you're not seeing it come together, or seeing the success as a result of your efforts. There may be a lack of working on your money situation, or there's a lack of seeing some sort of progress. There may be issues with being able to work together between yourself and somebody else, and be on the same page and see things work out. So something's not working out here with money or work. But with this Three of Wands, it's saying that you are focusing on how to move forward, how to creatively have things work out and come together, or this is you turning to someone else, or someone else is turning to you. You may be waiting for your ships to come in, or looking for a sign You may be working on a new creative project or tweaking what you're working on here. But you are focusing on how to progress or how to have advancement or move forward so that you can act upon the situation and eliminate the stagnation or the delays or address something quickly. Just be careful that you're not moving too quickly, that whatever you act upon ends up working against you instead of for you here. Threes talk about there may be issues with cooperation. There could be a conflict. There may be a need for you to connect with others or disconnect. This is a focus on you seeing how you can persevere here. I also see with this Three of Pentacles energy, you may be, your money may be connected to the alliance that you are forming or the alliance you may need to end here. And also with the Three of Wands that you have here, there's a focus on having foresight, or there's a need for you to have foresight. So I do feel, Cancer, for you that whatever issue or confusion or choice that needs to be made, you have some foresight with this, and there's a need for you to apply that. Cancer, you're very intuitive. So turn to your intuition, follow your gut, pay attention to your instincts here, but make sure that your compass isn't off to that regard, because something significant that's going to happen also for you in the month of January with money is you do have wealthy man and judication. So with the, can you see that, Cancer? Sorry for the glare. Yeah, because this glare is like it is that I'm seeing here concerning your money, be careful that you're what you're looking at or seeing, or make sure you're seeing things for what they really are with who you may be dealing with. With the wealthy man here, Cancer, this is either you or someone that you're dealing with. For most of you, this is someone that you're dealing with, someone that is appearing or is well-to-do. Looks like they got their shit together financially, or they do have their shit together, and they might, be helping you, or this is you doing that, or this is focusing on trying to keep it that way. Now, if this is not what's happening, the wealthy man, whether this is you or someone else, is speaking to the ability to have good business dealings or good business sense, being good with money. This is someone that may have ambition. This is climbing that social ladder. This is focusing and achieving and seizing good opportunities, and also taking chances, but taking chances that end up being fruitful is the hope or the expectation here. With it being a 13 here, that speaks to death. So be careful about the change or the transformation or an ending or the potential for a loss. Also, this may be a focus on how to resurrect or renew. With judication here, there's a mediation that's going to play out or needs to play out, or the needing to have the ability to mediate a matter. This is where perhaps you are turning to a financial advisor. Maybe you are being a financial advisor, but this is asking you to make right decisions, or you are focused on receiving a favorable decision. Perhaps the judication is also speaking to just simply coming to a decision, but decisions that are sound. Judication is also saying and echoing that someone else besides you has something involved or some dealings with you and your money here, or this is what you're doing. You're involving yourself, or you are being of an aid or assistance to someone else that may be this wealthy man, someone that's coming off as well-to-do. Be careful in that regard. Now, you also have Temperance in reverse. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. So with Temperance in reverse as a significant situation happening with your money, Cancer, is there's issues with balance and harmony. There's issues with doing things in moderation. Something goes down in an extreme way, or there's an inability to create moderation or heal a money situation here. There's a need for careful reflection on your money situation and what's going on here. Again, that foresight that's needed. Because what's clarifying this Temperance in reverse is you do have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and you have the Four of Wands in reverse. So there could be something to do with the home or matters with home, or something to do with your money connected to your house or home situation. But with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's saying that there is some sort of issue with money where you are either experiencing a delay of a new resource or a problem with a new resource. There's an issue with the possibility. There's an issue with coming up with a new resource, or there's a change with a resource that is affecting your money situation negatively. But there's some sort of a delay, or there is issues with being able to prosper or gain something, or gain some money here. Because with the Four of Wands, something is not complete. There's, again, Four of Wands is speaking to issues around harmony, success, and completion. Or this is as a result of an event, perhaps Christmas, or where you may have spent a lot of money with that, and this has changed your money situation, affecting you in a way that you don't like, or that is causing you a little bit of an issue here. But yeah, things are not lining up with your aims. There's some instability because something isn't coming in, or something isn't lost, or as a result of a change, or there's someone is does something in an extreme way. There's an imbalance with money, Cancer. Now you do also have as a situation is the Sun, so you could be dealing with the Leo, Cancer. Now the Sun is saying that for some of you, you're going to get some clarity. For some of you, this is something comes to light. But the Sun is saying that you are also maintaining a positive attitude with your money situation despite what is happening. I also see with the Sun that there is going to be some sort of improvement that is coming in, or can come in here, or that is possible for you with the Sun. Some of you are going to feel burned, or you will be burned by something going on here with your money situation, because what's clarifying this Sun is the Hermit in reverse and the Death in reverse. So there may be something you need to break free from, or someone you may need to break free from. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Scorpio, Cancer. So with the Sun here, it looks like with the Hermit in reverse, you may be feeling isolated and on your own with your money situation. The Hermit in reverse is also saying there may be a lack of analyzing here, or really contemplating your situation. There may be a lack of doing things from a minimalistic standpoint, or there may be a lack of prioritizing. You may be searching for something, or something isn't coming in, or hasn't come in yet. With the Hermit in reverse, I also feel what you may also have happening here is there may be a lack of concentration here for you. The Hermit is also saying that there's a need to realign and really analyze and meditate on your money situation for the answers. Because with Death in reverse, there's a lack of a change for some of you, or inability to transform the situation. But I do see that no matter what you got going on here, Cancer, if you focus on staying positive and perhaps turning to others where there's a camaraderie or affection or compassion, you will be able to come up with the answer and solution and avoid a loss in money. But this is requiring you to shine a light on things and be able to see and get clarity and use that foresight and intuition so that you're not burned. To make this positive and see how you can get a renewal or avoid loss or figure out what needs to change. Now, by the end of January, Cancer, your money situation and its status is going to be the Emperor, but in reverse. So for some of you, there's a masculine influence here, whether this is you or someone that you're dealing with. For some of you, are definitely dealing with somebody else with the Emperor in reversed here. The Emperor in reverse by the end of January is saying that for some of you, you may be having issues with authority, which is someone or institution that has some power and influence over your money situation that is causing you imbalance, or that there's issues with your ability to protect or build or grow. There may be a lack of leadership. Something's out of control. Someone may be very controlling too that you could be dealing with. Maybe this is you. The Emperor energy is also saying that there may be a lack of maturity, but the Emperor is in its shadow here. So there may be a problem with the structure. There's a problem with the structure here around your money situation. You might find yourself feeling like you're in a bind. Clarifying the Emperor. The Emperor in reverse is also saying you may not be you're not managing your money well, or there's issues with the ability to manage your money to make it stable. There's instability by the end of January, Cancer, if you are not applying foresight, or you are not taking the time to reflect and really consider what really needs to happen with your money situation here. Clarifying the Emperor in reverse, you do have the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Swords also in the reverse. So the Eight of Wands in reverse is saying there's no movement, there's no communication, there's no progress here. There's no advancement. And with the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's causing drama here. This is poor strategy. This is when, for me, the Knight of Swords is keeping it real goes wrong. The Knight of Swords in reverse is saying that there's poor logic around this, or there is this abrupt and brutal determination coming in by someone dealing with you, or the way that you are dealing with your money or someone else that's causing issues here. There may be a problem with trying to cut something out, not being able to cut something out. But there's some complications or negative consequences that seem to be occurring here around strategy, or the way that something is being communicated or said. Or the Knight of Swords is saying that there's some sort of communication that's not coming in that you may be looking for, or someone isn't listening, or someone isn't being smart about things. Okay, this is being overly aggressive. So, what we also see here for you, Cancer, is that there may be someone you're dealing with that's causing issues around money for you. Someone that you are either helping out, or that you are in some sort of partnership or kind of working together here, where you may be trying to assist someone with their situation, or there's issues with getting your situation addressed where someone else is concerned. For some of you, this is having to do with a man that is someone that appears or seems to be giving off the impression, whether real or perceived, that they are someone who is able to, with this wealthy man energy, be good at business, or is able to come up with good opportunities or take chances that, are solid. And you may need to question that. Adjudication also may be that there could be some sort of legal matter that is occurring here that has you involved in some way with your connection to this man, or this is you and how you are showing up perhaps in what it's doing with for you about your money and finances in a way that could be seeming or proving to be negative. For some of you, you want to be careful about your business prospects or your endeavors or your ambitions, because you may be, I'm hearing, overshot, or you're going too far, or you're doing something in an extreme way, or you're not able to do this in moderation, or you're pushing something, and it's something about you're going too far, or something has gone too far here. So there's a need to focus on your personal power here and have inner strength. There's a need for you to ask yourself, what is fueling you in this situation, and how can you be empowered? There's a need to be mindful not to lack confidence, but also to be careful about overconfidence. For some of you, you're doubting your ability, or there may be a need for you to doubt somebody else's ability. Just know that there's a need for you to carefully construct what needs to be built or needs to be done or what needs to be managed here. And know that you have abilities. So be confident. And there may be a need for you to take swift and efficient action. Know that there is always something that you can do. Sometimes it needs to be done preemptively, but there's a need to take control or take authority in the situation as much as you can here. Because some additional information that you have is profit and learn. There may be a need for you to learn how to profit in a situation. Perhaps you don't know all that you need to know here to create and build the empire. I'm also hearing empire, or to have the success that you want, or with the pursuits that you're after. There's a need to focus on leadership. Be careful who you follow as well, Cancer. Prophet says, welcome abundance into your life. Create a strong relationship with money, rejoice in the opportunities and experiences it brings. But also, work with a mentor to implement the right strategies to get the business results or the money results you want. Be open-minded and enthusiastic, and be willing and open to learn. Okay? Now, some additional information and insight and guidance for you, Cancer, is you do have these two cards. Declutter and detox your friendships, which is echoing already through the messages that have come through here. Okay, so there's something or someone you may need to drop, or there's something or someone you need to address where it's impacting your money negatively. You'll feel better and more focused if you take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your time or may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. So for some of you, you're doing more for someone else and others than you are doing for yourself, and there's a need to spend more time and reflect on how to make your situation positive or keep it positive, and not put yourself and your money situation at the detriment of what you are doing or being helpful with to someone else, or with perhaps who you could be trusting. Or if you are the one that needs to rein yourself in a situation, then there's a need for you to turn to someone for some assistance or advisement around your finances here. You also have Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Some of you are investing in someone else or something else that isn't investing in you when you need it too. And that needs to stop. Some of you are investing in someone or a situation that you need to stop investing in, putting your money towards, because it's putting you at a deficit or causing you to lose control financially. For some of you, you may be being controlled by someone else, or perhaps you may be the one that's over controlling. But there is some issue of imbalance here where there is a lack of order. For some of you, there's an issue with getting a decision in your favor. There are delays here, and there are issues with being able to balance and heal this. So ask yourself, are you doing things in extreme ways? Or is who you're dealing with causing your money and finances to experience the extreme unnecessarily? But there's a need for you to have a clear mind and to also have your emotions in check. Ground yourself. Remove the things that aren't serving you and the person or people too. And if you are the culprit, then there's a need for you to go sit your ass down, Cancer, and figure out what you need to do to get a handle on yourself. And do what needs to happen to make things work. And let go what doesn't work. But remember, you're in the energy of satisfaction and worry. Those are conflicting energies. And by the way, water energy and air energy are neutral, depending on you, how you show up in this energy when it's happening. It's okay to have healthy concern, but be careful and mindful of the pressure you may be finding yourself under by the hands of someone else, or that you inflict upon yourself. Use wisdom, seek guidance, and pay attention to your gut and your instincts here. There are lessons for you to learn here. So even though you see improvements with money, it looks like you either aren't learning from your mistakes, or there's an issue with the way that you go about profiting. And I'm also hearing, be mindful if you are doing things on the up and up, or with who you're dealing with if they're doing things on the up and up. Because this is not the time to be using a sleight of hand, if you get my drift. There's a need to have integrity and to be honest and go about things the right way and do what's right. And if someone is causing issues with your money, or something is causing issues with your money, see what you can do to cut it out, or make plans to distance yourself from the situation, or whatever this is where you experience improvement, but then you find yourself experiencing issues and distress and delays. I hope these messages help. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye, Cancer.